How you doing, YouTube? It's your girl. Yeah, I have been absent for quite a while because I have been super duper busy with school. Now I'm just starting to get a rhythm back to my normal routine, and something popped up that I want to talk about. So um, here we are. I was stumbling at work and I came across a website that pertained to masculinity, I guess modern masculinity, especially as it pertains to the African American community. So this clip kind of goes out to the brothers. The website pointed to a documentary named Barack and Curtis, I want to say it is, and I think the director's name is Byron Hurt. I might be wrong on that, and please, don't skewer me. I'm just trying to go off this, my feeble ass memory. But the gist of it, was just, kind of laying out the parallels between Barack Obama and 50 Cent, and how, manhood is perceived in the hood, basically, with those two figureheads. And it kind of bothered me, the choice of 50 Cent. And not to, because it's kind of like they were showing him as a figurehead for this thugged out representation of, desired masculinity. And I don't think that he was the one to create it. Certainly he may promote it. He might be one of the more successful hip-hop artists out there promoting this, form of masculinity. But I think it's kind of unfair to, focus on him, unless they just did it, because he's so recognizable. Then I can see that. But he certainly does not, he was not the creator of this kind of, super mega hyped, extremely detrimental form of masculinity in the neighborhoods. And which is not to say that Barack Obama invented, the successful black man, but admittedly, he is making it more attractive to be educated and to be successful, to be articulate, and to wield power and not be apologetic about it. So I think that was a good choice. But anyway, getting to the point, I'm kind of confused about it, and I hate trying to be flip floppy about it, but there is, I guess, a basic standard for what makes a man, what makes him masculine. But things have changed so much. The landscape of families have changed, and for the worse, I will admit. So I'm wondering if perhaps then we should be more flexible in our outlook of what makes a man out. Personally, I have to admit that is hard for me. I was raised old school, which is why, I'm single right now. I could have been married a few times over, but I was raised to believe that a man is a provider, and I have, there's the choices that I have made, the selections I made, they just were not trying to fulfill that role. So I figured it'd be better for me if I got to struggle. I'm not going to be struggling fucking you at the same time. It's not going to happen. If you don't struggle like me, then what's the point of you being here? And there seems to be a lot of that. I think that's why the issue was raised, what is masculinity. But I guess it bothered me, the documentary, because they had this person and that person who was supposed to be, leaders in history and black social history and all this, and insightful and educated, and nobody really was asking the brothers, and that's kind of the whole point of me doing these blogs, is not to, I have opinions on I have strong opinions on every topic that I have spoken about on these audio clips. But I realize that my experience in each and every one of these topics is limited. And, these issues, these social issues, are so rich and kind of, multidimensional that I can't just go and say, well, this was my experience, so this is how it is. That's why I want people to weigh in. I think it's important to try and get an idea of where these people that you feel are doing things so wrong. Ask them why. Don't assume. And I think that was my problem with it. Other than that, I kind of do. I want the brothers to tell me how do they feel? What to them makes a man a man? Oftentimes, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I walk, I'm outside, if I'm coming home from work or I'm out shopping, and I see some brothers who look like knuckleheads, and, like they don't really, they're not concerned with their community, and I'm wondering, why is it that they don't feel the need to protect us, especially as a black woman. I'm like, why, it seems like on the whole, they don't have that desire to protect us. So that is my, view of masculinity. Like, you do whatever you must do to protect your family. That includes, providing, that includes going out and working, and, making sure that your family has, suitable, a roof over their head, suitable living quarters, and like they're adequately sheltered and fed and clothed, and, some type of culture, if you can, you got time for it, or, let mom take care of that, or, just, and let them know, make your family feel as though that they have nothing to fear. Like, they can step outside of the home and they have nothing to fear. To me, that is masculinity. It's not this false display of strength that is actually intimidation. It's not, being the strongest, physically strongest man who will fight, stab, shoot anyone, man or woman, brother, sister, mother, cousin, stranger on the street, who, disagrees with their outlook. It does not include using physical intimidation against your wife, via domestic abuse or even emotional abuse, verbal abuse. It is not instilling fear in your children via emotional or physical abuse. It is not just being generally intimidating or threatening. It just is, it's the complete opposite of that. And it seems a lot of men think that using, displays, of intimidation kind of is what makes them a man. And that's what I don't agree with. But I wouldn't be asking if I didn't feel like, that's only part of the story. So, YouTube, if you got opinions, or some folks who got opinions, please share them with me. I look forward to it, because I think this is one of the more important topics that we kind of got to get together on. So let me know how you feel.